Sasha Banks has had the wrestling world talking this past week by posting a series of cryptic tweets as reports have swamped the dirt sheets claiming that the legit boss has taken her bat and ball home and wants to quit the company. This has taken the wrestling world by surprise as Sasha Banks is one of the greatest female wrestlers in the world. But what did really shock fans is the fact that WWE brought up the situation on Monday Night Raw this week. Corey Graves openly discussed the situation on commentary, stating that Banks had taken her ball home and was gone from WWE, turning this real issue into a storyline. But why has WWE decided to do it?
We told you that we could feel the whole hell was gonna break loose.
Tell me! Don't tell me! Mamma mia! Are you kidding me?
Number 6. To turn a heel. For several years now, WWE fans have been wanting to see Sasha Banks' legit boss character make a return to the company, instead of the bland babyface that we have seen in recent times. Banks had an added spark when she was working as a legit boss and is a much more compelling character, and this new storyline could be the exact way for WWE to make that happen. With Sasha returning and complaining about the fans for not supporting her and pushing her the way they did Becky Lynch, WWE has an easy heel turn and a perfect feud against the man waiting for them. Number 5. Damage control. With Sasha Banks making her point clear on social media about how she has been feeling, the entire world has been talking about WWE in a very negative manner, which is exactly what the company doesn't want. Sasha's fan base has been very critical of how WWE has used the legit boss, but with WWE turning it into a storyline, the company is able to make it look like something they have planned, rather than something that Sasha is actually feeling. This allows WWE to save face as they seem to be under control of the storyline, rather than Sasha ranting and raving and refusing to turn up, which could very well be the reality of the situation. Number 4. Building her brand. Right now, stock in Sasha Banks is very low after losing the tag team titles and not really being a featured talent in the singles division for a long time. And therefore, if WWE does want to get her back to the top, then they need to invest time developing her once again. WWE enjoys playing the underdog storyline, and if Banks returns and complains that she has been overlooked and underutilized, then it'll be an easy way to get fans invested in her character when she does return to TV. The company could play out the storyline for a long time and really get the fans to care about the boss again, which is the ultimate goal by WWE, as this is something the company did with Becky Lynch, which worked out perfectly. Number 3. To bring her back. The reality of the situation is that Sasha Banks isn't happy with WWE right now, and she is taking some time to decide whether or not she wants to stay with the company or if she wants to leave and bet on herself outside the WWE bubble. While the company has a wealth of women's wrestlers, they are more than aware that Banks is one of the very best in the world, and they do not want to risk her jumping ship and joining a rival promotion such as All Elite Wrestling. If WWE can try and convince Sasha Banks that they're going to invest into her character and put time into making her one of the featured talents on the show once again, then it might just be enough to make her come back. Number 2. To bring her back to the main event. In the past, Sasha Banks has been the main event star, not just in the women's division, but the entire company, with their feud against Charlotte Flair headlining pay-per-views and Monday Night Raws in the past. With Becky Lynch now one of the hottest acts in the entire company, WWE knows that they need to build up other women to that level, especially now that Ronda Rousey is taking some time away from the company. Having a storyline like this that blurs the lines of reality and fiction is a perfect way to get the audience to invest into Banks once again, which could very much lead her to the main event singles feud with the man for one of her 2 titles. Lynch has already teased the idea of facing Sasha Banks, tweeting her and asking Banks to fight her, showing that she's aware of the situation. There's nobody better at drumming up fan interest on social media than Becky Lynch, so if WWE can get all the ingredients together, then they might just have a major main event storyline for her return. Number 1. 4 Horsewomen versus 4 Horsewomen. When it comes to main event feuds, one of the biggest that WWE has up its sleeve is the massive 4 Horsewomen versus 4 Horsewomen match that could easily be a headline match for any pay-per-view. With the 4 Horsewomen of WWE teaming up to take on Ronda Rousey and her UFC buddies in what could be an amazing match, with Rousey out of action with a broken hand, the match won't be happening anytime soon, allowing WWE the time to get Banks back on board. The match simply cannot happen without Sasha, as someone else filling in a role for the WWE team would not have the same impact. So the company will be working hard to get her signed back to make this one happen.